everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business in Mansfield called The Flower Patch. Right, before we start, I've had I think another 5 new subscribers, and I wish to welcome you to The Flower Patch, and I hope you enjoy watching the videos. Right, my neighbour, before we started, came and had a look at the wreaths. I got to do her a red one as well. So I've just got one more to do for her. And she was crying. So saying, family members would love them. Bless her. So overall, she's more than happy. She was trying to give me more money, but I told her no. So that was the end of that. Today, I was gonna do something else, but then I thought, why not do a few Christmas tree decorations? So I've made one in advance to have a little play, to see how big I want them. And they've got a hook on to put on your Christmas tree, and with a few baubles and a poinsettia, cinnamon stick, berries, conifer, fern, eucalyptus, pine cone, and just 2 ribbons. On majority of them, I think apart from one, I've added in the mesh because I hadn't got a blue in the mesh. So I want to show how I made these. You can make them as big as you like, as small as you like. It all depends on your personal preference. So this is what we're going to do today. I've got another 5 more different colours that we're going to do. So, and my coffee. What you're going to need is some spare tie wraps or zip ties or cable ties, whatever you call them. You don't need, obviously you need 1 extra for each. So you're going to need those, and you may need some green corsage tape or floral tape as well. And your scissors, you may need those if you're using the tape, and also you will be needing some twine to cut the twine, scissors, and to cut your stems, your clippers. So that is all you need for this. So first of all, we're going to do the white and silver. So I want to just slightly move the camera so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So one moment, guys. I'm going to bring it slightly forward as well. And we're just going to come down. I think that's plenty. Fingers crossed. You know me, guys, with technology. Rubbish. So you won't be able to see me, but who cares? So for our white and silver, I have got my bow, and I have done these loops with this size bauble, I have done 4 inches. So each one is 4 inches, and I've only used 2 bows, and I've put a zip tie or tie wrap around them, and then I've placed an extra tie wrap inside. So that is what I've done. So if you can see, there's where I've fastened it, and there's the extra one that I pushed through before I tightened the bow. So we have got 3 baubles. I've tried to use 3 on every one. I've got a silver one, and I've put picks in, and I've prepared absolutely everything, guys. We've got a white sparkly, And then we've got iridescent white as well. I've got one stem of fern, my rubbery texture, that I'm going to use. I've got one stem of eucalyptus, the silver dollar. I've got two silver, oops a daisy, glittery berries, one silvery coloured pine cone that I sprayed, one cinnamon stick, one little star, a wicker, I don't know, do you call it rattan or wicker, one conifer, and one white with silver tip poinsettia. So when you do this, you have to make sure your bow is upside down. When it's facing you, don't have your bow the correct way. Turn it the opposite way, because when it comes to putting everything on, your bow, your twine will be at the top here. So then when it hangs, it will be the correct way. So you work with it like that. And we are working upside down. So what I also did before I started, I slightly fastened the tie wrap and left a big enough hole, as you can see, for all my stems to go through, because that is where your stems are going, through the hole of the tie wrap at the back. So I want to place, and we're going from this way, I want to place the one white bauble there, and all I'm doing is popping them through the tie wrap at the back. So again, you are working backwards. I want to place a silver one slightly shorter, and then I want to place the white one slightly longer. So all three are through my bow, my tie wrap at the back. So then when it comes to hanging them, they will be that way. So that is where I'm placing my baubles. I want to place my poinsettia, and you don't have to go behind on this. You can just place it where you like within the tie wrap at the back. I've got the little star again that I want to add, and because I've already put picks on everything, I can bend and manipulate things where I'd like them to sit. Now I've got my conifer again. I'm going through everything. What we're using is going through the tie wrap at the back. I want this to hang low so that the baubles, again, you can manipulate them before we tie the tie wrap into position. So I want the baubles to bounce off of the dark green. So I'm going to place this one at the side. Let's have this up here. Again, I'm bending that into position, but I'm still going through from the bottom. And we have got our eucalyptus that I will place this side. Again, bringing it through from here through towards me. And the same with the fern. So again, everything we're using is going through the bottom as you're looking at it from the, it's my top, but it's your bottom. So you do the work facing away from you. So that is what we've got. So now I just want to place in our last cinnamon stick. And before I tie the tie wrap or zip tie, I just want to place things where I'd like them to sit. And again, once we've placed everything, and once we've pulled the tie wrap, we can still bend everything into position. So that is where now we've got all of our thing, and I'm holding them all in my hand at the back. So now what we do, I'm going to use my pulleys, is pull this tight so it's not going anywhere. So that is how it looks when you hang it that way, because your twine will be at the top here. So now you've got that all tied together. Before you cut anything, just manipulate your bow straight, fluff it up and place it where you'd like it to sit. I want that under here along with this one. And the bauble, and again, before I cut it, I can just slightly pull and manoeuvre the baubles where I'd like them to go. And also with my berries, I want to bring one round here, so I'm manipulating it by bending the stem. Let's just push that in a little bit more. And just have a look from this side, if that's how you'd like it. I think I'd like that to go there. I'm going to pull on this a little bit. As you can see, it's coming through, so pull it back because I want it slightly higher. And this is where you manipulate all of your things before you finish and pull the zip tie to its tightest. I think I want to bring the star slightly forward. Because things will move until you have got them in the correct position that you'd like them to sit. Don't want that conifer there. I want to bring the white iridescent bauble a bit further in, and then the silver one at the bottom with a mixture of foliage. Again, just keep holding this in your hand and bend into position where you would like it. So I'm quite happy now with that. And again, let me just bend that, because that seems to have a mind of its own. So there we have it. So then when that's on your tree, that will hang like that. Doesn't that look pretty? And you can have, like I say, as big as you like, as small as you like. It's your, to your own preference. So now I've manipulated it to the position I want my things to go. I can pull that zip tie or tie wrap to its tightest. There we go. And then I add, before I carry on, another tie wrap, but I go above the one that I've just done to hold them all in around the top here. So what I do, I just thread it through to the opposite side, and then fasten that one. So I have basically got double security that I know, and pull it to its tightest, that nothing is going to move. So now I can take these tie wraps and trim them off. So now, as you can see, I've got double there. So now we've got all these stems still here. Excuse me. So we need to cut those. So I want to cut them at least about 1 inch away, which is around here. So cut them all at around 1 inch long. So they're all relatively the same size. And again, you can manipulate everything if it's moved, or if it's like this is, I can see is moving over to this side because I'm leaning on it while I'm cutting. But then just put it back into place. And there you have your little stem. So that is your little stem, because once you've cut that, all your ribbon will be fluffed up. One moment, that's gone behind. So that's better. Your ribbon will be fluffed back up to how you liked it before. So that is what you have. So now on the back, oh, quickly, let me just get my coffee. Before I carry on, I've already cut a piece of twine. It is quite long, but I tend to rather cut it longer than I need it. So at least I know that I've got enough if I need to cut, you know, go longer with it. So all I do with this is place it over. I make a loop, fold it in half, place it over the front, so you're tying your knot at the front, and you can go round once that way, pulling on it tight so it's not loose, twice that way, and then tie a knot just at the bottom like that, and then do another knot, so it's like that. So then I bring my twine up and I do a knot where I want it, as long as I want the twine, and I do another knot over that. So again, I like to do 2 so I've got double strength, or to make sure that the knot doesn't open. Cut it, and that will be sitting on your tree like that. Sorry, I can hear something. So that will be on your tree like so. But before we finish, you've got your base stems. So you don't have to, because you won't see them. I just tape over the end bits. Oh, if I go this way with my tape. So I can see that there's a few bits longer than the other. So I will, again, pulling on this so it activates the sticky side, the stickiness of it. And I'm just basically covering. And let me just get that bit there, because I'm very fussy. Let me pull, because I don't need no more than that. I'm holding my twine down so it doesn't get caught up in the tape. And I'm just going to go over and around until I've not got any left. And that is just basically, I'm doing that just to cover my stems. And then bring that back round. Again, fluff it back up how you'd like it. And that is your Christmas tree decoration, where you've got your loop to hang on to your tree. I hope you can, I'm holding it like that, guys, so you can see. So that is where you put it on to your Christmas tree as a decoration. So that is our silver one, silver and white. So that's our first one done. And now you just carry on with the same procedure with every other one you've got. So now I have a pink. If I just grab everything, I can't believe that I've prepared everything. So I've got a little pink bow. Because these baubles are slightly smaller, I've done 3.5-inch loops. And again, I've got some mesh just because it's got a darker pink in there, so I'm adding a darker pink in mesh. And I've again put my tie wrap around it and inserted a spare one in while before I tied it really tight. So before we do that, anything else, we just make a loop with our tie wrap. We don't pull it tight because we are putting our things and stems through that hole. So I've sprayed a pine cone in pink. I've got some pink berries with a bit of glitter and some in a pearly effect. I think they're beautiful. On a brown stem. I've got 2 of those out as well. And they wired all the way to the tip. Again, I'm keeping with the theme with 1 fern, 1 conifer and 1 eucalyptus. Again, I've prepared everything. I've got 1 pink poinsettia with a bit of silver on the tips. And then I've got 3 baubles in very light pink. Oops. A glittery pink, a matte, and a pearlescent, iridescent pink. And then our cinnamon stick. So we do the same thing again. As we've now placed our loop there, turn your bow upside down. So as you're looking at me, you will turn your bow like that. And then you will insert everything from your top this way in. As you can see, it's going through the loop. But as you're working from it from home, it'll be that way. So you will have the bow upside down and you will be working from top to bottom. That's when you're at home. But on the camera, it looks like you know, you will be, if I turn it your way, you will be working from top to bottom. But on the camera, it looks like I'm doing it from bottom to top, but that's not right. You're doing it the opposite way. So again, I've done the loop. So let's just hold that placing, and again, everything is going through that loop because it's that tie wrap that is going to hold all your stems. So I've got that there. I want to bring, and again, I'm not doing it like a bouquet where you go from left to right. No, everything is just going in. And you can manipulate it once you've got everything in position. Just checking that I've got everything going in. And the reason I'm putting the baubles at the bottom, or here as you're looking at it at the bottom, because of the weight. If I had them here, it may lean forward. So I'm placing the baubles at the bottom. I'll place that one there. So that's like that. Again, let me just get that bow out of the way, because it should be there. And again, I'm going through and I'm going to push that right through because I don't want that very long. And I'm just going to insert our fern, and again I'm just holding on at the back to them while everything is going through. I want to place one at the front. And as I say, you can have it as big or small as you like. And these, just if you want to make your own Christmas decoration. Again, let's bring the pine cone up here. With it being pink, and just see which one it is. I'm just trying to move the bow out of the way. Right, now I've got them all in my hand at the back. Now you can manipulate where you want your flowers and how far you want them sticking out to be. I want one of those that side. Let's just bring this back here. So I want those, and I'm going to make this one a bit simpler, and I want those to sit just like that. That's why in some of them that I've done, I've got more things out or bigger things than others, just so you can see the different sizes. Right, so I'm just pulling my tie wrap just slightly. And again, before I pull it really hard, I'm just manipulating everything to make sure. And you could turn it this way and hold it like that, you know, facing yourselves. Just do your bow as well. Fluff that up. bring that one up there as well. Bring that one down. So that is our pink one. So now I will pull tight on our tie wrap at the back, and you are left with that, your stems and everything. So excuse me, then you get your other tie wrap and you go through above this tie wrap and bring it through the opposite side, and once you've threaded that, pull on that tight, extremely tight, to give it double safety, that you know nothing's going to, you know, fall out. Cut those off. Let me just get that down there. That's in the wrong place. And again, you can fluff everything up. Oh, it's not in the wrong place. I'm looking at it from the opposite way. So there is your pink one. So again, now we've done that, get a piece of twine. Ready? That's there. So now I want to cut these at around about 1 inch long. So just start to cut your stems and make sure I tend to do them one by one, even though these clippers will cut more than one. I just like to do them one by one so then I can see that they're not, you know, all different lengths, because sometimes they'll cross over and when you're cutting more than one, and then it looks, some pieces look either longer or shorter. So there is the back. So now we get our twine. Again, I've folded it in half and I'm going from the back to the front and I am winding it around once that way, getting the other one and then bringing that round the opposite way, and then meet up at the back, at the front here. Then tie a knot so it's holding on. And then bring up my twine to the height that I'd like it to hang. Tie a knot in it. Pull and then do another knot as well on top of it. So again, I've got double security and then snip. So that is your loop to hang on your Christmas tree. So then again, you don't have to, but I get my tape and I start from just over the twine, above the twine. I just take a bit off because I don't need all that, and I just wrap it around until I'm happy that I've covered my bits of stem that are showing. You can go back down if you like, again, to make sure. And I've gone up once, so I've got a bit of tape left, so I want to go back down again. So I'm going back down with the tape. Just slightly pulling. Let's go to the centre and tear that off. So then now I've got a clean stem there. So then that, once you've done that, again, just fluff your bow back up, or anything else what may need fluffing up or bending or manipulating. And there you have your pink one with your little twine as the handle to go on your Christmas tree. So that's your pink one. So then you now have your white and your pink. Aren't they beautiful? So that is that one. So now we have got our blue. Let's get everything for our blue. Now for the blue again, squash the bow. Everything's been on top of it. Oh, coffee. I bet it's freezing. Oh, it's not very warm. Right, so blue again. I've put the tie wrap around to hold the bow, and then I've put in a spare tie wrap where you'd probably put your floral wire. I placed a tie wrap, and then I've used, because of the size of the baubles, 3.5 inch loops, and I've got a plain blue, well, blue one with blue snowflakes, glittery snowflakes, and then I've got a blue one with holly. Isn't that a beautiful one? I love that. And then I've also got a blue poinsettia. I've tried to get a poinsettia with everything. The only thing I haven't got a poinsettia for is the orange. I tried to look for a gold poinsettia, and I think it's at the bottom of my bucket, so I don't want to get that down. Frightened in case everything falls again. So I've got the blue poinsettia. I've got my 3 baubles. You don't have to use 3, you could just use 2. It's entirely your own decision on how many baubles you actually want to use. So I've got the glittery one with a bit of sequins on as well. I've got like the crystallized pattern, and then the plain gloss blue. I've got a pine cone that I've just sprayed lightly, not a lot because I didn't want it to be too much. I've got my blueberries. I've got 2 sets of blueberries to go in it as well. And of course my conifer, my eucalyptus, my cinnamon stick, but on this case, instead of using the fern, I am using some blue wheat. So that's what we're using on this one. So again, before we start, let us place that tie wrap and put an hole in it, ready for when we want to pull it. So again, you place your bow upside down. So again, as you're looking at it, that's how you'd have it, because you would place it upside down, and you would work from top to bottom, which is this way, through the loop here, or from this tie wrap I've just fastened together, and hold them with your hand there. So I'll place it the way that I do it. So first of all, I want my wheat to go here. And I'm holding my bow so it doesn't move around. I'm just holding it with my thumb to start with. I want to place my glittery bauble near the centre of the bow. And then I want to place, and I'm going through the tie wrap that we've just put together, fastened, and I want that one there. And I'm going there, as you can see, through that tie wrap, and I'm having that one there. So then I have my poinsettia, which on this occasion I don't want in the centre, I want it offset. And again, you don't have to always put your poinsettia in the centre. So I'll get my conifer, again placing it through, and we'll have it quite far down. And then we've got our eucalyptus, and I'll place on the opposite side, quite far down with the poinsettia. And again, going through the back, through that tie wrap, I'm going to mix those up with the baubles, the pine cone. And on this side, I want to place my cinnamon stick. So with this one, I'm making it slightly tighter and compact. And again, I'm going through with the berry here, the blueberry, and then I'm going to do it also on this side. And place that again, push it down as far as I can get it, like that. So that is our blue. So if I place that there, so everything's more compact, as you can see from that one. That one's more open, this is more quite compact together. Now on the back, just pull your tie wrap. Where's my thingy? But don't pull it too far back, you know, too tight, until you are happy with manipulating all of your things in your small bunch. Now I want that one on here. I want the wheat at the back. Let's slightly bring up the poinsettia to there. So I'm happy with that, a different look. So now I can pull tight. There we go. So then we get our other tie wrap, go under, above this one we've just tightened, go through, bring it round the back and tie this one also. And again, I'm putting two on because there's quite a bit in here and I want them to be secure. If there was hardly anything, then I would only place one tie wrap. So that is that. So again, fluff it up. Until you're happy with how it looks. I want that slightly bending over. I don't want it all the way down. Want a bit of different movement. Again, if it's not going where it is, just pull on it like that and it will. And same with the others as well. Just give it a little tug like that, and it'll do as it's being told. So that is how the blue one looks. So now again I will cut my stems about 1 inch, maybe 1.5 inches to 2 inches, as long as you know that it's enough. Make sure that's being cut on its own. Oops. Oh, that went on floor. So there we have our stem. Now I've got a bit of the wheat on here, so I don't want that on there. So I'm going to chop off as much as I can get off, because once it comes to me placing the tape on, it will be quite chunky. So I'm just going to snip it off. I can't get to that in the centre. Let's try my scissors. There we go. That's as much as I can get. Right. Now we get our twine again. Fold it in half. So the bit with the loop there is your centre point. So go from the back, wrap around. Let's push it down a little bit more so it's not too close to the top. One way with one piece and then go the other way. With the other piece, and then on the side of the bow, the front of the bow, tie your knot, because if you tie your knot at the back, it will lean as you put it on your tree. So you need your knot and your hook at the front here instead of behind the stems. And then once you do that, figure where you'd like it to your loop and how long. Tie it in a knot, and then tie another knot over it. Again, I like to do this. You don't have to, but I like to do it for double security, so I know that that knot will not open. So there is yours for your tree, for your blue one. So now again, excuse me, before we start, oh, I've got a bit here. Let's cover our stem. So I'll go above where the twine is. Just pull a little bit on that again to activate the sticky side of it. Well, not the side, it's sticky on both sides, but just to activate it so it sticks together. I'll go back down with this bit. Let's just move my loop out of the way. I don't want that bit. So there is it covered on there. So as you see it on the tree, you will see your stem covered. So then fluff up once more till you are happy with how your bow looks and where your things are situated. And that's your blue one, guys. Isn't that beautiful? I love this. So there is your blue. And it's different to where the white, where the baubles are right at the bottom in a group of 3. There, they start from the centre and work their way down. And with the pine cone being at the bottom, instead at the top. And same with the pink. The baubles are at the bottom. The poinsettia is in the centre, where on here it's on the side. So you don't have to have all of your poinsettias unless you're doing it a certain style where you want the poinsettia centralised and you're doing about 8, 9, 10 for your Christmas tree. Then make them all the same and position things all the same. And with the bow on here, it's hidden behind the poinsettia. Here, it's on show. Same with here, it's hidden behind the poinsettia, but the blue one is on show. So again, there is different ways to make your lovely Christmas decoration for your tree. So now let's get on to our orange. And then we've got one more colour after that, which is a purple. Oh, I've glittered all up, guys. Let me bring the purple up here. There we go. So I don't have to stretch. Again, it's not that I'm lazy. So let's get rid of all the mess so you can see. Now with the bow, I've used a Christmassy orange, what I used on my friend's wreath, with a bit of gold in it. Oh, I thought I'd not put a tie wrap on then, but I have with the tie wrap on there. So again, let's just start off by making that loop. So there we have it. So again, with it being orange, I've placed some orange mesh on this one also. So we have again our conifer, our eucalyptus, our silver dollar. Now I've got 2 different berries. I've got a cluster of berries, and then I've got berries that I've got foliage. I wanted to add 2 different types. I've got our fern, 1 stem again. Instead of a poinsettia, because I haven't got one, I've used a rose, a gold rose. And the reason I've used gold is because I've got gold on the edge, as you can see, of the ribbon, and then there's gold stripes inside the ribbon as well in the design. I've sprayed this gold also, the pine cone. So we've got a gold pine cone because I just didn't want one item that was gold. So I sprayed this gold also. We have got our baubles. We have got a matte orange, a sparkly orange, and then a love heart instead of 3 round ones. Again, you don't have to have always round. If you've got different ones, that's fine. And then I decided to add in just 1 piece of orange slice. And then, of course, our cinnamon stick. So that is what we're using on our orange. So let's just place those there. Put the berries together. Oh God, it's caught on my jumper. Put those out the way as well so you can see. I hope that's better. So again, this is our bow, and you work from upside down. You turn your bow as you're working at it. I'm working at it from here. I don't want to work at my bow from this way. Turn it upside down again, because once you've placed all your flowers and baubles or whatever you wish to place in, your bow needs to sit like that, because your stems will be sticking up here. So again, as you're looking at it, if you've just started, as you're looking at it, your bow is upside down, and your baubles and everything will go from your top to the bottom, where your stem goes through that tie wrap at the back. So that's how you're looking at it yourselves. So I'll turn it around. One moment, I've got my cat scratching away at the door. If I don't let him in, he's just going to whine and do that horrible whine. Come on then. Yeah, I know. Be a good boy. No biting. So, again, I've not got the poinsettia for this one. So, what I want to do, first of all, I want to place in my gold pine cone. Oh, don't do that whine. So again, I'm placing my pine cone in a different position. I'm going to put my conifer or cypress leaf again to one side this time. And then I'm going to place my eucalyptus again. I'm going through the back of the loop, and I want to place my eucalyptus there. And my fern, again, going through the back, holding it with my hand around the back. Let me just bend that to one side. This is really heavy, this pine cone. Let's place that there. So I have now got my rose, which I'm going to place through here, but then I'm going to bend the stem and bring it to the top here. So that's all I've done, is bent the stem and twisted it to one side, manipulated it so it's at the top. So our baubles, again going through the tie wrap at the back. I want one here. Let's just bend that stem. Look, all I'm doing is bending it like that so it goes to that side. And then again, I'm going through this side of, and I'm doing the same thing and bending it again. And again, I will manipulate those into the correct position once we've got everything in. And then I just want the love art there. So those baubles will be like that. Again, once I pull and manipulate everything into the correct position. So with this set of berries with their own greenery, I want to bring to the side near the rose. So I've bent the stem, and with this one I want to do the same on the opposite side, bend it and bring it up the top near the rose. So let's just get that in a little bit more, like that. Again, I will fluff up our bow. Once we've got everything where I'd like it to sit. And then with this cinnamon stick, I want along the bottom here. And then finally, with our orange, I want to place through there. And I want that there as well. And I will bend that stem to what, so it's leaning to one side. So that is our orange. So again, I'm going to pull on the tie wrap, but not extremely tight that I can't move anything. And then I'm going to fluff everything up and position everything where I would like it to sit. So I want that underneath the orange. I do want that. And plus, by not pulling on the tie wrap, if you need to pull something out because it's gone in too far, you can. It does allow that. So that, I'm happy where that sits. Let's just bring that under here. Go alongside the bauble. Bring this bauble slightly in. I want that one there. And then I want that like that. So that is your orange. Again, placed differently to what the others were. So this time you can barely see the bow. All you can tend to see of the bow is the mesh more than anything. So I want to bring the mesh up to the top to give it a bit of different texture than having it at the bottom. Again, fluff it up. And that is your orange one. So then pull on your tie wrap really tight so it not go anywhere, and that is where you've got it there. So you can have it facing you and just manipulate by fluffing it up. Excuse me. I want the cluster there. Just slightly bend the rose head. This is slightly more short, looks more shorter, and plus it looks a bit chunkier. So if you look against the pink, I like to compare so you can see the difference and how the different designs and how the thicknesses you can go. So that is more clumpier, the orange one, than what the pink is. The pink's slightly more slender, but this maybe look better if you've got a big tree, and it wouldn't look as lost. So again, turn it over, get a second tie wrap, just move my bow so I can see where I've got to go. There it is. And then again, I'm using 2 tie wraps basically because there's quite a bit and the weight. I don't want any of the stems to fall from at the bottom here if they are quite short. So let's just cut those off. And again, we'll manipulate everything once we've finished. Right, again, cut your stems to 1 inch to 2 inch long. Oops. I can't believe that I prepared everything today, absolutely everything. My son's off of work and I said to him, I'm preparing everything so I haven't got to stop from what I'm doing. Hi, Hub.
Hello.
You all right? Super. So, again, let's move the mesh away from the rose. Let me just turn that eucalyptus leaf around. There we go. So that's that. So again, on the back, we will get our twine. Excuse me. And I fold it in half. So I've got the loop at the bottom, so I know my centre point. And I wrap that just above the tie wraps, and I go round. If you think it's too heavy and you want a bit more support, then go around again like that. That's all you do. And then once you hold that tight, use this one and then go round the opposite way. And if you think it needs more support, then do that. Then bring it and then tie it underneath your ribbon or on the front, not on the back. Because again, you tie the knot on the back and it will lean forward. And then get your loop and make a knot. So once you've decided how long you want the loop, and we call it double knot, so do a double knot. And then snip off. Leave a few millimetre at the top, like there, if you can see, above the knot. So, and this one's quite weighty, but it's not drooping forward because I've tied the knot at the front. So then let's get our tape and cover our stems, because we don't want to see those when they're on the tree or wherever you may put them. You may want to put it on the wall, you know, as a bit of a feature. So again, let me just move that out of the way. I'm going around, and I'm going to go around twice on this one. Oops. Just to give it that bit of support as well, and keep the stems close together. I don't like it when these tapes all wind around and start twisting. And I go right to the bottom, and then I'll come back up to where my tie wraps are. So that's that. So there is your loop, and again, it's not leaning forward. So once you've done that, again, fluff up one more time your bow and your flowers, or whatever again you may want, you know, desire that you want to place in it, and just fluff it up a little bit. And there you have your orange. So you can do any colour. So that's a bit bulkier as well. So I'm trying to do different ones where some are thinner, some are thicker. So now we go on to our final one, our purple. Oops. So for our baubles, I've got a glossy purple, a glittery one, and one that's got a pattern where it's been all cut into to make the pattern. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. I've got some purple berries. I've got some purple hops instead. I've got my purple stripy bow with, again, my mesh ribbon where I've placed the tie wrap through the back. So let me just do that first. Just pull on that so that's central. So like that. And these are 4-inch loops, with it being the size of the baubles. I've got my one stem of fern. I haven't done anything, I've just got the natural pine cone on this one. My purple poinsettia. My silver dollar eucalyptus. My conifer. And my cinnamon stick. That is all we have on this one. I decided not to use as much. So, again, we start with our bow. And I've already, again, fastened it all ready where the loop is. Where you place the loop, again, and everything is going through the loop. And as you're looking at it, if you've just joined us, you have your bow. As you are looking at it, not me, your bow upside down, and you work your foliage and anything else through that loop of the tie wrap at the back. So now I'm going to place that like that, right in the centre. Let's move that back over there. Our pretty bauble, look at that. Isn't that divine? I want that in the centre because I think it reminds me like a jewel, and I think that's beautiful. So that is going in the centre. Our poinsettia is going below it instead. I'm going to bend the head like that, just a little bit, as you can see from the side. I've just bent it a little bit so it sits when it's in my hand. Move that mesh. Sits forward like that. So that's where that one is sitting. Let me make sure that bauble is there. Now I want my berry on this side again. I'm going through the loop of the tie wrap. So I want that at the bottom, should I say, with the conifer. And my other one, I want slightly longer. So again, you can do these however you like. So that is what we have for this one. Now our other bauble, again going through the tie wrap. I lift it up. I'm holding on to it for some reason. I want that at the bottom like that. And so do I want the other one, doing the same thing like that. So now I've got my eucalyptus. I'm pushing that down as far as I can. And I'm going to do the same with our fern. Going through again the tie wrap. So we've got more of an elongated effect. So I want this, if I can get it, and I'm going to bend it again like that, really far down, and twist it and manipulate it to go above the bauble at the top like that. So I will twist that in place once I do everything else. So I've got my cinnamon stick that I just want to let it hang. And then my hops. Where can we put my hops? In fact, I may put my hops at the top as well. See where the loop is. So I'm going to bend this also and bring it round so it can join the pine cone. Oopsie daisy. Let's shorten it. Here's the pine cone one. I want to bring that out a minute. Take it this side. Excuse me. So I want those at the top. So now I'm going to pull. Let me use this. I'm not pulling tight again because I want to manipulate all of my things and fluff them up. Well, that's caught. So let's get that ribbon out of the way on this side. Along with that. So that is our purple. So, and it's much longer. It's not as short. Oh, cracky me. So now, as you're looking at it, it will hang like that. So let me just bend that cinnamon stick again. Let me just fluff it up to where I'm happy. And that is how it looks. So again, we're going to use a tie wrap, and we're going to go above this tie wrap here, with another tie wrap and fasten that. Again, because it's big, or I want security, take these off. And that's what we have. Now cut your stems to about 1.5 inches to 2 inches long. Right, that one's bent slightly, so let me just straighten it. Right. And that's all I'm doing. And I'm doing them one by one. Now let me hold those together. And that's another way of finding out if your stems are straight. Squeeze them all together. And if you can see some longer than others, you know you haven't cut those enough. Let me just... Perfect. So, now that is that. So again, get some twine. Fold it in half. I don't know what's that. Don't know. So you know your centre point is at the top of the loop. Place that above your tie wraps. Go round once or twice, it's your decision, you know. So I've gone round twice again on this occasion. So 1, 2. So then where you've got these at the back, switch it upside down and tie your knot at the front, behind your bow at the front. Again, because that will stop your pick from leaning forward, because if it's at the back it will lean like that because it's hanging like that. So then if that makes sense, having at the back here, it will make it, you'll make it lean like that. By having it at the front, it's got to go upright, because that it can't lean because the twine is in the way to stop it from leaning. If that makes sense to you guys. I've tried it many a times. I've tried other ways, and I've done it where, you know, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I've done it where it's been leaning, and I had to figure it out why. And once I did, I thought, oh my good gracious me, something so simple. So there you have that. Again, just snip off at the top. And that's not going to lean because our stems are stopping it from leaning. Our twine is stopping the stems from leaning forward and allowing it to lean. So that will sit on your tree like that. Isn't that beautiful? So let's get some more tape. Let me move my twine out the way so I don't catch it. And then go above. Let's cut some off. The tie wraps, and go above the tie wraps and the twine that you've just placed on. And I'm going to go back down to use the rest of it. There. So then you have it nice and tidy as it hangs, because as it hangs and you see, if you see it on your tree, you will see it is all nice and tidy. So bring it round to the front as you're looking at it again. Just bring it back round, fluff it up. And there is your purple one. Now, compared to, again, the pink, it's longer. Compared to the orange, it's slimmer and longer. Compare it to the blue, it's longer and it's not as compact. The blue is shorter and much more compact. And the white and silver, again, it's around similar length, but the purple seems to be slightly more. Everything in the centre here, but in the white, it's spread around. It's not as busy. Or I wouldn't say busy, but it's a bit more airy, the white one. So you've got the airy, you've got the short. If I place them there, here, if you can see, you may be able to see better. So there's just 5 slightly different ones. Oh, and the red one, which I thought I'd just do. Just a plain, simple one with the red. Hardly anything there. So I don't know if you can see that on camera, guys. So you've got the chunky one and the broader one, the airy one, the small one. You've got the thin and the long one, and then you've got the small and the compact one, and then you've just got, with the red, just more of a traditional and nothing really much happening on it. More of a simple look. So there's 6 different styles there for you to maybe have a go at. Let me just place all this rubbish now in the bin. So that is our Christmas tree picks. So let me just put the camera back up so I could talk. One moment, guys. I hope you can see. So let me just slightly bring it there. So I hope you enjoyed that. Something different. I just thought we'll do something different. I haven't got a favourite, if I'm being quite honest. I do like the blue. It's the ribbon, I think, that does it for me. But I do like the blue. So, but then I do like the purple. I think it's the baubles that do it for me on the purple. And I do like the pink. I'm going to show you all at the side of it. Oh, because it blends in well with me. As something, another reason. And it's nice and little and, I don't know, cute. And I do like the white because purity, just like more. So, and that. And I do like the orange because I do like autumnal looks. So I haven't got a favourite. I like all year round things. And the red, I like simplicity. And this also is a simple look, nothing too much going off, with a dark red poinsettia and just some small baubles. So I like them all. So again, I hope you enjoyed that. I did. Again, something different. I've got one more wreath to do, and then I've finished for the day. That won't take me long because it's half done already. So it'll probably only take me about not a half an hour, probably about 20 minutes or so. And then I'd be done for the day. So an early finish again. Oh, aren't I good? So, again, if you liked all these and you want to give it a go, just to add a bit of more decoration to your Christmas tree, or have something, you know, get the blue, hanging up on your wall. I don't know if you can see, but on your wall in the house or in the kitchen, or on a pillow. You know how you have a pillow in your house, what's holding your house up basically, or on your living room door. Just a little festive thing, you know, to put inside. And it doesn't have to be on your tree. Then make something like this, a little Christmas pick. And then again, you can use it the following year, or make some for your family and friends, you know, just as a little gift to say, you know, Happy Christmas. And to the, you know, choice of colour, what you perhaps know that they like, and enjoy. And don't forget that you need to turn your bow upside down and work from top to bottom and go through, because you're holding your stems here. It'd be awkward if you was holding them there, you know, away from you. You need to be holding your stems near you, so you have to work upside down, basically. And again, all you need is tie wraps, floral tape, twine, scissors, and some cutters. And then whatever you're going to be using. And then you make your bows as well, if you want bows. You don't have to have bows. So if you enjoyed that, please comment and subscribe, share and like. And if you've not done one before, give it a go. Honestly, guys, give it a go. Just something simple like this, just to add around your house at Christmas time. If you're not into all this big decoration like some people are, you know, who go really wild at Christmas, and you just like little things dotted around, do something like this. Perfect idea. So again, take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And all the best. And thank you so much, everybody, for you subscribing to my channel. It is really heartwarming. And my son is overwhelmed, but because he can't stop saying, "Oh my gosh, Mum, there's that many people who like you," you know. But you see, he gets a bit excited more than me, because I don't like to boast, I guess the word is. So again, thank you all. You're wonderful people, and I know you can all do these because they are simple. And crack on and do it. Make lots if you want. Make lots and lots all around the house. And take care, everybody. Again, thank you so much. You're wonderful people. All the best, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.